So when you sketch graphs, you only show the important features of your graph. Only important features and the general shape. The shape of the graph is more necessary. So the important features include what? The important features include the turning points, if there are any. I will show you what are turning points. The important features include the x-intercept. Definitely you will have an x-intercept. Or the y-intercept, if there is any. X-intercept may or may not be. And you have the asymptotes. I will tell you what are asymptotes and how do you find these. This is what you think you people will show, and the general shape of your curve, not the plotting. Okay, and these are the 5 types of equations, 5 different shapes or types of equation that you need to learn how to sketch. So you need to also understand the general equations of each of them. General equation. So that you understand if the equation is given to you, you understand if it is linear, if it is quadratic, if it is cubic, reciprocal, or exponential. Linear equation, the general form is y is equals to mx plus c. So your variable are x and y. Your variable is the x and y. These are the y values on the y-axis, x is the values on the x-axis. And m and c, these are the constant. M and c is the constant.
M is the gradient, X is the y-intercept.
Yes, m is the gradient. We will do this in detail. Right now we're just working on the graph, on the sketches. We will learn how to find the gradient. We will learn how to find the y-intercept properly, everything. But what if the equation is given to you? Equation of a line is given to you. How do you sketch it? How do you draw it? The second one, quadratic, we have learned this in detail. It is y is equals to ax square bx plus c, where a, b, and c, these are constants. Cubic equation, y is equals to ax cube bx square cx plus d. Reciprocal, when your variable y is in the x is in the denominator. A upon x. K is a constant. Can be anything. And an exponential, y is equals to a power x. So you can see that the variable x is in the power, a power x. So these are the different types of equation that you may see, that they may ask you to sketch it.
Sir, y variable है constant?
Y is a variable. The value on the y-axis. So whenever the equation is given to you, whatever the equation is given to you, you should be able to identify कि वो cubic है, is it quadratic, is it reciprocal, is it exponential, and then you start off with the sketch. The most basic one, it is the linear one. So we start with the linear equation. And we will take a lot of examples to show you. And the first, let's suppose the equation is given to you. Y is equals to x, the most basic one. So whenever you want to plot a linear equation, graph a linear equation, you need any 2 points on the graph. Any 2 points. And then you join them properly and then you extend the lines. That's it. Any 2 points. For example, it is given to you y is equals to x. So you can suppose any 2 values for x. Let's suppose if x is equals to 0. Let's suppose if x is equals to 1. And now if you use the values of these in the equation, so you will get y as 0 and y as 1. The same. So you have 2 coordinates, 0, 0, and you have 1, 1. And then what do? You go, you have your sheet, you have your graph, whatever that
plot करेंगे ना?
Yes, you will plot these 2 points. 0, 0 is this one, and let's suppose this is 1 and this is 1. 1, 1 is over here. So you will join these 2 points and then extend it as well. This is your Let me change the color. This is the sketch. That's it. So whatever is given to you, the line equation, you find any 2 points. You can suppose these 2 points and find the values of y, and then plot those 2 points and then join them and then extend. You will get the equation of the, you will get the sketch of the line. Okay, I'll show you another example. Now this time I'll make it complicated. Let's suppose it is 3x plus or minus 3x plus 2, something like this. Second equation. So again, you can choose any 2 points which are suitable, for which you can get very reasonable points. Let's suppose if x is 0. X is 0 is the easiest one to solve. And let's suppose if x is 1. I choose any 2 values. So if x is 0, your y comes out as minus 3 times 2 plus 2, which will come out as 2. And if x is 1, so y is minus 3 times 1 plus 2. So you will get y as, yes, minus 1. So now you have 2 points, 0, 2 and 1, minus 1. And now you will move on to the sketch. Zero, 2. Let's suppose this is 1, this is 2, and this is 1, and this is minus 1. So you plot these 2 points. 0, 2 is this point. When your x is 0 and y is 2. And when your x is 1 and y is minus 1. So this point. So now what you will join these 2 points and then extend it. This is your line. That's it. Whatever
Sir?
the equation. Yes.
वन और माइनस वन को कैसे प्लॉट किया आपने?
1 and minus 1. This is
अच्छा
your
अच्छा ओके ठीक है.
x is 1 and this is your minus 1, where your y is minus 1.
सर वो आपने लेबल लिखा हुआ नहीं था ना नीचे कभी? ओके.
You can just label the part which are important to you. So no need to label every, because this is a sketch. Sketch is you show the overall shape, you show the x-intercept, y-intercept, and the turning point if there is any, and the asymptote if there is any. And I told you that you need to show the x-intercepts and the y-intercept. So over here you can see the x and the y-intercept both are same. It is crossing the x and the y same, 0, 0. X-intercept, y-intercept is same. And over here, you found the y-intercept. Look, when your x is 0, your y-intercept means where the graph is crossing your y-axis. It is crossing at 2. And your x-intercept is somewhere here. This is your x-intercept. It is crossing the x-axis over here. And what is the value over here? We can find it as well. If your y is 0, you will find the value of x. It would be, I think, 2/3, something like that. You can solve it. I told you need to show the important points. So x-intercept, y-intercept, these are the important points. So if your y is 0, so this becomes y is equals to minus 3x plus 2. And then 2 goes on the other side, or minus 3x goes on the other side, becomes plus 3x. So x will be 2/3. So this is the y-intercept, sorry, x-intercept, 2/3, 0.
सर ये आपने कैसे निकाला?
I found the x-intercept. X-intercept पर y की value होती है 0. Let me write this down. When you're trying to find the x-intercept, your y value is 0. When you're trying to find the y-intercept, your x value is 0. So then
तो बेसिकली प्लॉटिंग में क्या होता है कि आप वो क्या बोलते हैं एक्स बनाते हो, और स्केचिंग में होता है कि आप वो एक्स बना के लाइन बनाते हो स्ट्रेट.
Abhi right now we are sketching a linear equation, line, a straight line. When we have quadratic, we will do something else. लाइन दोनों में
क्वाड्रेटिक में
बनेगी,
तो पैराबोला बनाएंगे ना।
पैराबोला, हाँ वही ना, क्वाड्रेटिक में पैराबोला बनेगा, लाइन दोनों में बनेगी. But if it was plotting right now, you would make a table like this x and y, and you will take multiple values -5, -6, 7, 2, 3, और सबका y निकालोगे, and then you will plot all of them, and then you will join them. This is called your plotting. समझ आ रही है? Plotting and then joining.
अच्छा,
Sketching में सिर्फ आपने दो चीजें निकाली, you use those two and you got the line. That's it. Easy. No need to go through the complete procedure, everything. So sketching is the shorter version of plotting. You can say that as well.
सर
जी.
जिस तरह अभी यहाँ पे y इक्वल्स -3x वाली वैल्यू दी हुई है और हमने x की वैल्यू एक जगह 0 और एक में 1 लिया है, तो ये खुद ही हमने डिसाइड करना होता है कि हम x की वैल्यू क्या लेंगे.
Yes, you can choose any two values. You just need to sketch a line. You just need 2 points. वो दो पॉइंट आप कोई से भी निकाल लो, which you can show on the graph. Join them, extend them, you will get the line. That's it. Let's suppose it is 3y is equal to 5x plus 2, something like this. They're asking you to sketch this. So we can do if x is equal to 0. So 3y is equal to 5 times 0 plus 2. So 3y is equal to 2. So y comes out as 2 upon 3. So 1 point we got 0, 2 upon 3. And the second point you can keep y as 0 to get the x-intercept. So if y is 0, 3 times 0 is equal to 5x plus 2. So 0 is equal to 5x plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 5x. And then x would be minus 2 upon 5, which will be minus 0.4, 0. So you have got the 2 points. And now what? You can choose the scaling of your own
सर
choice.
वैसे हम यही कर सकते हैं ना
Yes.
कि
What?
हम दूसरी y वाली वैल्यू दे सकते हैं.
So you
पहले
use
वाली 0,2/3 है, तो दूसरे वाली हम y मतलब x की वैल्यू 2 रख सकते हैं. सॉरी
2 रख लो.
1 रख सकते हैं ना.
You can keep x value as 1 as well, 2 as well. But you need
सेम
very
आंसर आएगा इसी तरह.
same नहीं आएगा. You will get different value of y. But you have to keep a certain value इस तरीके से कि the solution, the point that you get, it's a very sensible, it's very close, the points are very close, so that you can show them on the same thing. अगर एक पॉइंट इतना बड़ा बड़ा बना दिया, निकाल दिया आपने बड़ा वाला, एक पॉइंट इतना दूर, इतना फासला होगा तो अजीब सा बनेगा ना. How would you point this now? Plot this now. 1 minus 1 1 minus 1. So this would become negative 0.4. So 0.4 would be something over here. Sorry. यानी क्या निकाला? हाँ, this would be over here. Negative 0.4 would be here. This is the point. Negative 0.4, 0. And the other one is 0, 2 upon 3. 2 upon 3 is 0.66 something. So you can say it is above 0.5. Andazan 0.6666. And this is negative 0.4. So now you have the 2 points. You will join them. Andazan chalta hai, theek hai? Andazan. Sketch is andazan. And now you will extend it. This is your sketch. You need any 2 points. Any 2 points. Join them, extend them. The second one is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. There are 3 formats of quadratic equation. You should all know. You have y is equal to ax square bx plus c. Right? You have y is equal to a x minus alpha x minus beta. The factorized form. The form you get after middle term you get. And the third format is the completing square form. Sorry, yes. Completing square form. X minus h whole square plus k. So this can help you get the y-intercept This can help you get the x-intercept, and this can help you get the turning point and the shape.
सर
How?
क्या मतलब एक्स इंटरसेप्ट कैसे ढूंढेंगे?
X-intercept, your y would be 0, and you would equate each of the bracket with 0. You will get two values of x. Turning point is h comma k. I will show you too. And a shape, if your value of a is positive, I told you it would be a smiley face. And if your value of a is negative, this a. If it is negative, the graph would be sad face. These are your notes. Now let's take an example. You can use the completing square form to get the roots as well. Okay, you can get the x-intercepts as well. Or you may need to sometimes change from one form to other as well to get the relevant part, relevant things. So you have y is equal to x square. The most basic one is y is equal to x square. And we know over here that it is what x square means, it is a quadratic equation. And if you suppose if your x is 0, your y would also come out as 0. So the x and the y intercepts both are same. And the turning point is also the same. So the y is equal to x square is basically like this. It's a quadratic equation.
सर लेकिन आपने इसमें एक्स स्क्वायर हमेशा नॉट इक्वल टू 0 होता है ना?
एक मिनट बताता हूँ. Come again. What are you saying? So this is your basic, the most basic graph of quadratic. Y is equals to x square, and this is like this. The turning point, the x-intercept, the y-intercept, everything is same. 0, 0. And your coefficient is positive. Look, ax square. So a is equals to 1,
सर
which is positive. Yes. Volume.
quadratic
So y is equals to minus x square. If this is minus x square, then the graph would be just upside down. Because I told you if your a right now is now -1, which is less than 0, the graph would be upside down. So this would be like this. So these are the two most basic ones. Y is equals to x square and y is equals to minus x square. And you can see the turning point, the y-axis, the x-intercept, the y-intercept, all are same. Just like over here, we had the most basic was y is equals to x. Now the most basic in quadratic it is y is equals to x square. Okay. Now let's make it more interesting. Let's suppose the equation is now y is equal to x minus 1 whole square plus 2. So you have to, this is in the completing square form. So if you compare it with the completing square form, you can get the h and you can get the k, you can get the value of a. So a is equals to 1, you can see. There's nothing over here, 1. H is your 1 and k is your 2.
2.
The turning point is
सर
1.
मतलब
Yes. So this would be a smiley face. And look, how would we draw this? Sketch this. One comma 2 is your turning point. So 1. Scaling does not matter that much in your sketching. Let's suppose this is 1 comma 2. And so the graph would go on like this. Because it is a smiley face. So it will be a happy. Oh, sorry, A is positive, so smiley face. Turning point is 1 comma 2 and your y-intercept. Let's find the y-intercept as well. You can see there's a y-intercept. So at the y-intercept, I
ये
told
जो मैंने
सर
1
वाले वाला बता सकते हो?
सर जो 1 की वैल्यू ली है ये सर a के लिए है h के लिए है?
H is
Okay.
also 1 and A is also 1. A1 means
सर
that
कैन यू रिपीट अगेन?
एक
सर
minute.
मेरा नेट चले गया था.
What do you want me to repeat?
सर आप क्या बोलते जो भी
Okay. So let's suppose this is the equation, the quadratic equation. This is in the form of completing the square form. And if we compare it with the general completing the square form, you can find the value of a. You can find the value of, you can see minus h is equals to -1. So minus minus will cancel out. You will get h as 1. And your k is 2. So h comma k, we know h comma k is the turning point. Look, 1 comma 2, I have plotted the 1 comma 2 turning point. And because your a is positive, a is 1, so this would be a smiley face. And you can see that this would be crossing the y-intercept, y-axis. So at the y-axis, we know x is 0. So use your same equation and you input the value of x as 0. So this would become y is equals to 1, 0 minus 1 whole square plus 2. If your x is 0. So y is equals to
3.
plus 1 outside. Minus 1 squared will be 1 and plus 2. So 1 times 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3. So now you know this crossing at 0, 3. So this point is 0, 3. The point where it is crossing the y-axis. So this is how you sketch a quadratic graph. I'm doing another example for you. I'll show you too. Okay, wait. Y is equals to, let's suppose it is
आवाज आ रही सर आपको
2x square minus 4x plus 1. Now in this one, you will have to find the turning point. The most important part in quadratic sketching is the turning point. And you find the turning point, you want the h and you want the k. For the value of h, you have minus b upon 2a. For the value of k, it is c minus b squared upon 4a. So minus b is your minus 4 upon 2 times 2. And k is 1 minus b squared upon 4 times 2. Use your calculator. So h is coming out as minus 4. 4 upon 4 is 1. And k is coming out as 1. 16 upon 8 is 2. 1 minus 2 is minus 1. So the turning point is 1 comma minus 1. And you can see the value of a, it is 2, which is positive. So the graph would be smiley face. So what would you do now?
टर्निंग पॉइंट 1 होगी
Yes. 1, this is 1, this is minus 1. This is your turning point. And then you can, the turning point ho gaya.
हाँ
And now you can see there is a y-intercept as well. You can see there is a x-intercept as well. So you need the y-intercept. The y-intercept, I told you, for the y-intercept, your x will be 0. Always. Whenever you want to find the y-intercept, your x will be 0. So you have the same equation.
1.
2, 0 square minus 4 times 0 plus 1. Yes. So this will be 1. This means this point is 1. So 0, 1. And if you want the x-intercept,
सर यहाँ पे तो
Your-
2x इंटरसेप्ट ने
yes, you will get two answers. So this would become 0 is equals to 2x square minus 4x plus 1. And you can do quadratic formula to get the two values of x, or you can do the Milton breaking. I don't know, Milton breaking won't be possible. You can use the calculator. I told you how to do it directly in your calculator. The x-intercept and the y-intercept is more important. The most important point to show is the turning point. 2, minus 4 and 1.
सर जो h और k की वैल्यूज होंगी उनसे हमें टर्निंग पॉइंट मिलेगा
Yes, yes. So one of the x values coming out is 0.292, 293.
सर
And
h
the other,
हमारा x होगा और k y होगा
how Zulo come again?
सर h हमारा x होगा और k y होगा
Yes, yes, yes. देखो, I have plotted it wrong. It was 1 comma minus. किसी ने कुछ नहीं बोला. This would be over here. 1 comma minus 1. The x is 1. So x is 1 would be over here. This is minus 1 in x. So this is the turning point. 1 comma minus 1. So the other point is x is 1.707. So this is 1.707 and this is 0.293. These are all of the points now shown. So you found the turning point, you found the x-intercept, you found the y-intercept. The most important point is the turning point to show. Most important turning point. Always show the turning point first. Start with the turning point. Then secondly, find the y-intercept. Because these two things will always be there. Y-intercept and turning point, these are the most important ones. Then you go and then move to the third part, x-intercept if need be. So y is equal to minus 7x square plus 21x or 28x. कुछ भी equation ले लिया. This is your quadratic equation. So firstly, you will begin with the x and the y, the turning point. Turning point, you need h, you need k. The h is minus b upon 2a and k is c minus b squared upon 4a. So h will be directly minus b is your 28 and upon 2a, a is your minus 7. When you simplify, you will get minus 28 divided by minus 14, which will be 2. And then your k, c is 0. You can see there is nothing over here. C is 0 minus b square 28 square upon 4 times minus 7. So use your calculator. 28 square upon 4 times minus 7. And you have a minus above as well. Minus over here as well. So 28. Interestingly, 28. So the turning point is 2 comma 28. And you can see the value of a. A is minus 7, which is negative. So this means that this would be a third phase. A is minus 7. Third phase. And what more do we need? Okay, first of all, let's start off with the working on this one. So see the point, both are positive and it is going down. So anything, let's suppose this is 2 and 28 is a very large value, but this is just a sketch, not the exact thing, right? So I can take in any point, 27, 28 on the y-axis, and this would be a set phase. So sorry. Now we know the graph would be something like this, right? And you can also see that it will cross the x-intercept, the y-intercept also. So if you want to find the the y-intercept, so if x is 0, so y is equal to minus 7, 0 squared minus plus 28 times 0.
0.
0. So this means it is passing through this point as well, 0 comma 0. And if you want to find the x-intercept, so your y is 0. So when y is 0, this becomes minus 7x squared plus 28x. And if you take the minus 7 common, x common, we'll get x minus 7. No, x minus 4. And then you equate both the things with 0. So minus 7x equals 0. And x minus 4
And plus
x
4
equals
and
4
0.
and x is 0. So this means the other point that the graph is passing through is 4. So it is passing through 0 comma 0. It is passing through 2 comma 28. It is passing through 4 comma 0. Now you have all the points. You will now join them. This is your sketch.
तो ये वाला पॉइंट वापस बता सकते हो? -7x² + 28x. इससे पूरा ये सॉल्व.
वापस come again. What's your question?
ये पूरा वापस सॉल्व करके दिखा सकते हो? -7x² + 28x.
First of all, you started with the turning point. Find the turning point using the two formulas for the h and k. So you found the h comes out as 2 and k comes out as 28. Then you move on to the y-intercept. Look, for the y-intercept, I told you your x is 0. So input the value of x as 0. So answer comes out as 0. 0, 0. So overall becomes 0. So when your x is 0, your y is also 0. So this is the point that it will pass through. Then you find the x-intercept. So for the x-intercept, you input your y as 0. So when your y is 0, this becomes the equation. And this is now quadratic equation. How you solve it? You can do factorizing to solve it. So you factorized it and then equated each of the brackets to 0 and found the values of x. So it is 0, 0 and 4, 0. So 4,
Okay.
0, 0, 0. The x-intercept, 2, 28, the turning point, and then you join them all together. And the value of a tells you the value of a tells you the shape. The value is telling us that it will be a sad face because it is a negative value, -7. Any questions, anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
These two are the easier parts, The main, more interesting part is the sketching of cubic, reciprocal, and exponential. उसमें मजा आएगा. So buckle up. Hopefully in the next class. Okay, if you have any questions, ask. I'm going to stop the recording now.